Yo, what's going on guys? Ian77 here, and in today's video we're going to be playing Golem. So, you guys probably have never really seen me play heavy decks like Golem, but just wanted to give it a try in today's video, kind of try out the toxic side of CR. And yeah, so we're going to see how we can do here. We are pretty high up on ladder, don't have like too many trophies right now, but it is still quite early season, so we are still like, in the top 20-ish, I think, and hopefully we can get to like top 10 maybe. And looks like we will be facing a lava deck here. He's gonna go with the lava in the back. We're gonna mirror it with the golem. Goblin Brawler will get a ton of damage there, and yeah, I don't think he has balloon in this deck. He did show the flying machine and bats, so it probably will be lava clone here, which will be interesting. I saw some people running this golem deck with bomber, but having Mega Minions should definitely help us a lot in this matchup. I feel like Mega Minions a little bit better in this deck over Bomber. If any of you guys were unsure of that, I feel like it's a bit better to have Mega Minions just so you can build up a little bit stronger pushes, and you have that extra air defense against these air decks like Lava and Balloon. And looks like Golden Knight won't hit the tower there. I was kind of hoping it would survive with just like a bit more HP so that it could get the dash on the tower, but unfortunately it won't. He's gonna go with the lava in the back here, so I'm just gonna go with a bar barrel. This could be a little bit tricky here to defend. I don't really want to go with the golem because we're kind of down a good few elixir, so if I went with the golem I don't think I'd have enough elixir to defend his actual lava push. So just gonna focus on defense here. We have lightning, if he gives us good value, but looks like he's gonna kind of just go with these bats here. He was probably trying to predict a Mega Minion there with the bats, but you're smart enough to kind of delay on the Mega Minion a little bit there. And Tornado gonna get a lot of value right there. And yeah, not really sure why he went with that baby dragon there. That was honestly a pretty bad baby dragon. Just gonna die to our baby dragon, I think. And yeah, he will set up with another lava. We're just gonna go with a golem here. The one nice thing in this matchup for us is that we do have kind of pretty hard pushes for him to stop. Like if we get like a full push, he can't really stop it very well. Like he can you know, just kind of like stack up troops, and he doesn't really have much DPS, so that's like the nice thing for us. And this golden push should probably take his tower, to be honest. He's gonna fireball, but he's gonna fireball on the offensive end, not on defense. And this actually might be a good game here. I don't think he can cycle back to another fireball in time, so kind of like the matchup of the dirty decks. I'm just gonna give him a little bit of BM here. That's what he gets for playing Lava Clone, even dirtier than Golem. Alright, hopping in the next match, you're gonna be up against this guy. He's super low in trophies compared to us, so hopefully we actually win this match, otherwise we're gonna get like minus 45, and he's gonna go E-Barb's Rage at the bridge first place, so kind of a crazy guy right off the bat. Could be like a Sparky deck or something, or just some toxic deck. I'm just gonna have to wait and see what he has here, but activating our King Tower should help out quite a bit right here, whatever he will be playing. Okay, it's actually gonna be Elixir Golem here. I didn't know people still played Elixir Golem, at least high up on ladder. Haven't really seen it for a very long time, to be honest. I feel like E-Golem is pretty bad right now, but that's for the best, to be honest. And yeah, he's gonna kind of like stack up a bunch of troops here, so just gonna give it a good lightning. Takes it out pretty easily, and we should get like a good few elixir from the elixir blobs right here. Just gonna go with the Golden Knight dash, but unfortunately it isn't gonna hit the other blobs. Sometimes the Golden Knight dash is a little bit weird like that. I think it only dashes to units that are like within a 180-degree range of the original dash or something like that. I'm not really too sure how it works, but yeah, King Tower will help out a bit here. It's gonna kind of help us DPS down the E-Barbs, and when you're playing Golem, you kind of just want to be actually pretty defensive. Like, I didn't go with a Golem there, but if he goes with another E-Golem, I might go with a Golem of my own, and just gonna go with it here just because I feel like it's gonna be kind of close to double elixir. But when you're playing this Golem deck, you kind of want to be a little bit more defensive than most other Golem decks. Like, you don't really want to ever Golem first play with this deck. You kind of always want to defend first. I just went with the Golem there just because I knew that I had the King Tower activated, so you couldn't really punish me too well. And his Mother Witch is kind of annoying to kill, I feel like, but our Golem is kind of just gonna tank, and we're just gonna get free elixir from his from his elixir golem. So yeah, just gonna go with the GK dash here. It is gonna hit all of the little elixir guys, and yeah, this will be a little bit hard to defend here. Just gonna go with the bar barrel. Hopefully we can kind of like tornado this into the baby dragon shot. Alright, the Mother Witch is staying alive for way too long, but looks like the baby dragon does get one last shot on it, so it is going to finish it off right here. Just going to kind of stack a bunch of troops here. We can't really get good golem pushes, it feels like, so maybe we can hopefully win off of kind of just like stacking up a bunch of troops, but he's going to block it with E-barbs there. And since he has no E-barbs in cycle, I'm actually just going to golem at the river. Seems kind of like a crazy play, but he has like literally no DPS except like a Night Witch, I guess, but honestly that's not really going to be enough. It's still going to get quite a lot of damage on his tower, and don't really want a NATO right away here. I might go with a NATO just to kill the Night Witch bats right now, but have to be a little bit careful there just to make sure that we defended first before we went aggressive with the tornado on offense. And looks like the Golemites will get a good amount of damage, so I'm just gonna go with the lightning here. It's gonna give us pretty good value here, and at this point we're just one lightning away from winning the game. And as you can see, we didn't really even get a big golem push in this game. We kind of just like went with the weird golem at the bridge when he was having kind of like a lack of counters in cycle to it. So, you know, sometimes the golem has to be played in like a really strange way that you guys might not expect, but once you learn those plays, it becomes quite a good deck. Alright, hopping in the next match here, we're going to be up against this guy. So with golem, you usually want to wait until double elixir, but in this video, I'm kind of just going to be making the first play more often than not, just because I don't want to bore you guys too much, but it is definitely good to wait a few seconds. And if you don't have like golem in your starting hand, it is kind of okay to cycle a few cards in single elixir, even if your opponent isn't really playing too much, just so that you can have like the perfect hand once double elixir actually hits. So now we do have golem in cycle, so I don't really need to kind of like worry too much about cycling cards. But he's gonna go with the giant in the back, and oftentimes with this golem deck, you have like really good defense, but not always the strongest offense. I mean, Golden Knight is super good against some decks, with, but it is quite a lot weaker than like Night Witch against other decks. So you do have to be really careful with when you choose to be aggressive and when you choose to be defensive. So just gonna defend here against it looks to be a giant double Prince deck, I think. You know, ever since the Golden Knight got like that bug fix, like I don't know if you guys noticed, but Golden Knight did actually get a bug fix along with the Bandit in the last update, I think it was, or like the last set of balance changes. So it actually made it so that like now when you use the Golden Knight ability, the princes will charge on it and they won't deal any damage to it, but before the prince would just like completely ignore it while it was in the dash phase. So it's actually better against the princes now, like it can kind of avoid their dashes like a Bandit. So should be a little bit better than this matchup was before. And yeah, so even though like most people would think like Giant isn't too good against Golem, it is kind of a little bit difficult for Golem sometimes just because they have so much pressure. Even though you have like most of the proper responses, they can just pressure you so hard a lot of the time. But I feel like having Goblin Cage and Golden Knight, we should have maybe a pretty fun time right here. And we did survive pretty well until double elixir, so this is going to kind of be our time to shine right here. And we'll go with the Giant in the back, not really too sure why. It should be pretty good for us right here, I think. I mean, I would assume we're going to kind of come out as the winner here. If he makes like a Giant push into a Golem push, I don't really think the Giant push will ever really come out too much on top. And I'm going to get a pretty good lightning there. Honestly, the main thing I wanted to kill was the E-Drag. Kind of thought that he had Electro Wizard, but seeing the E-Drag, that will make it a little bit weird. Honestly, I don't really think E-Drag is too good versus us though, since we do have the lightning against it. And as you can see now, like after that push, we're kind of up a few elixir right here, so put us in a pretty good spot. Now we can just go with another Golem, and we're basically even in elixir, except we have a Goblin Cage up, so should be pretty good here. And if we kind of just like keep continuing this pace, we should be in a pretty good spot to hopefully win this game. And he's gonna kind of give us a pretty free lightning there. Not really sure why he stacked the E-Drag next to the tower along with the Giant, kind of just giving us free value right there. And now you can see we're kind of like stacking our troops behind our Golem, and that's really what you wanna do. you don't get many opportunities to like stack a bunch of troops when they keep pressuring you so much, but we did have a good chance there, and we're able to break through. And looks like the baby dragon will kind of DPS down his tower, and that will be a good game with the lightning right here. Alright, hopping in the next match here, we're going to be up against this guy, and we do actually have Golem in our starting hand for once, so just going to give it a second right here, see what he plays. Looks like he will go with the bandit in the back, so seeing the bandit, you kind of already know it's going to be a bridge spam deck. Not really too sure what version, because I know like a lot of the bridge spam decks felt kind of quite a bit weaker ever since the bandit nerf and like a couple other nerfs to some of their cards. I'm going to go with the Golden Knight ability right here, but he will kind of block it with the Ghost, so might be able to get a King Tower activation off of here. Just going to go with the Bar Barrel as well to kind of fade out an early Queen ability, at least I hope so. Looks like he won't use the Queen ability here, but it's still going to kind of be pretty much dead. He will go with the ability there, but was a second too late, so didn't really get anything off of it. And as you can see now, like the Golden Knight actually will like avoid the troops' attacks. Now like the troops will still attack it, but the attacks won't actually hit it while it's in dash mode. But before it would just like go completely invisible, so if there was like a dashing prince and the Golden Knight was like in the middle of his dash phase, the prince would just like keep going past him, and then when he was out of the dash phase it would just like charge onto him. So it's actually better against the princes now, ever since they kind of fixed that bug. And so yeah, I think this guy's playing like the bridge spam battle ram deck with like E-barbs and a couple other pressure cards, and we have to be a little bit careful in this match. We can easily punish us. I could have went with like a Bar Barrel there on the Ghost, for example, to defend better, but you guys probably already know at this point that when you play Golem, you really have to make sure that you're kind of taking a little bit of damage sometimes. You don't really want to take damage, but sometimes you do have to take a little bit of damage, and you just have to kind of accept that. There's no real way around it. And yeah, so he's gonna keep getting these ghost hits on our tower. I could have went with like a Goblin Cage here, but as I said, you kind of have to take damage sometimes, and I know that we need our Goblin Cage against his other units, so I don't really want to spend it right now. And since we saved that Goblin Cage, we can pretty safely go with the Golem in the back, so you can see like how choosing what cards to use wisely and not over defending really helped us right here. And yeah, the Goblin Cage was really good right there. I don't really know why he battle rammed right into us. Probably not the best battle ram by him, but I'll take it. And now we're gonna kind of just like stack up a bunch of units here. I'm just gonna go with the Tornado here and hopefully get the Golden Knight ability off. Yeah, I'll just barely survive there. Got pretty good damage on the tower as well. And yeah, he's gonna kind of make like a last resort effort to kind of stop our troops. And he does kill our baby dragon, but honestly we're just up so much elixir at this point that I'm not really too sure how he's going to defend this next Golem push right here. Baby dragon gonna kind of kill most of his bandit. He will get a charge on our tower, and as you can see, I keep getting little bits of damage, but we're kind of just taking that damage in just so that we can build a super big push ourselves. And he'll go with the Balaram here, but I'm just going to go with the Goblin Cage in the opposite lane, so that way it pulls the Balaram still, but it's also going to give us the counter pushing Goblin Brawler in the lane of our Golem push. And yeah, you can see like our Golem isn't really getting too much damage on his tower most of the time. It's really just our support troops that are kind of wrecking him. That will be a good game. Alright, hopping in the next match here, we're going to be up against this guy. And we do have Golem in our starting hand here, so gonna kind of just be a little bit patient right here, see what he does, but we might play something just for the sake of the video if he doesn't make a play for a while. But just gonna give it some time right here, maybe like a few more seconds before we play like maybe a Mega Minion in the back or something, and let's see what he does here. So looks like he will go with the snowball on our tower, so just gonna wait a couple seconds more right here. Alright, he will play a Dark Prince in the back, so not really too sure what he's going to be running right here. He has Snowball plus Dark Prince. Could be a few things, but okay, seeing the minions right here, probably will be Giant Graveyard. Honestly, no other deck really runs minions right now except Lava Hound, but Lava Hound pretty much never runs Dark Prince. So this should be an interesting matchup right here. We do have quite good cards against him, I feel like. Like, we have the Goblin Cage for his Giant, we have like the Golden Knight and Baby Dragon for his graveyards, and Mega Minion to kind of finish off his minions usually. So yeah, it should be pretty interesting right here. he's gonna kind of kite the Mega Minion around with this Skarmy, but Goblin Cage will distract it pretty well, but we do have to be a little bit careful since now we don't have the Goblin Cage for his Giant, but he's gonna get a Lightning off right there. He gave us good value on his tower, and he's still gonna be forced to spend the 2 Elixir on the Goblin Brawler, so I feel like that was actually a pretty good Lightning there, also knowing that we were kind of up a few Elixir. Yeah, so now we're just gonna kind of chill out a little bit. I know we're still up like probably 2 Elixir or so, but I don't really want to make a play. Sometimes even when you're up a couple Elixir with Golem, you kind of just have to chill out and not play anything, just that you can kind of make sure you're using all of your cards in the right places, because if you waste a card, that's even a lot worse than if you're like wasting a card that you really need in your Golem deck. That's kind of even quite a bit worse than leaking a couple of Elixir. So oftentimes it's better to just kind of leak a few Elixir and yeah, so he's gonna kind of split his Skarmy there. Not really too sure what he's trying to do right here. He's gonna luckily get his Queen hitting our Mega Minion, unfortunately for us, but Golem Knight is going to get a pretty good dash there, and our Golem is kind of just walking straight towards his tower right here. He doesn't have a mini P.E.K.K.A in this version of the deck, so it is quite a lot harder for him to defend, I guess, and yeah, and he's going to go with Giant plus Minions here. Not really too sure if we can defend this, but I'm going to kind of also put a bit of pressure up for the 3 crown right here, so if he tries to go in with like a Graveyard, he might not be able to defend his King Tower, and he'll go with a Graveyard here, but honestly way too late, and I think this will be a good game, so thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye!